I'm happy to welcome you here. You probably wonder what I'm doing here. Project 142 was my idea, and it happened 4.5 years ago when my wife and I lived in Lincoln Towers, up near Lincoln Center. She developed Alzheimer's and went to live with her granddaughter in Atlanta, and I was left alone in an apartment. And I said, you know, if I make some changes in this apartment and get rid of this bedroom that I don't need anymore, and open up the living room, which was a very long room, and work on the floor, which I did all one summer, I would have a performance space. And I am a clergyman here in New York City, retired, and I'm also a musician. I played the violin seriously for a number of years. And I've spent one summer getting ready, and we had our first event. And I didn't know at that time whether there would be any more. But we struggled through 2 or 3 more, and then Bucky Pizzarelli did us a great favor by coming. I had told him that 25 people was about what our apartment would hold, and he brought 40. So you can imagine people were sitting on the terrace and on the John and other places to hear Bucky Pizzarelli, and it was a great evening. And from that point on, I think we were off and winging. And this is event number 97, folks. 61 of them were in my apartment. And they had the complete support of my neighbors until they began to come oftener than once a week. And then the neighbors said, you know, really, every Saturday night? And I said, you're absolutely right. Your home is your castle. And I thought I terminated this program. I sent an email to about 200 musicians, and I said, Project 142-15B, as it was called then, is finished because we don't have any place to play. And I hit the send button on the computer, and that message went out, and 10 minutes later the phone rang, and it was a well-known person in New York City who insists on remaining anonymous, who said, Dick, we can't let the music die. I'm going to fund you all next year. Well, he's still funding us, folks, a year and a half later. Wow. So you can thank him, as anonymous as he is, for the fact that we can pay a rent for a place like this and have refreshments and so forth. The program really is expanding. We're getting larger and larger audiences. And just so that you know, we have every kind of music. I told one of the band members, except we haven't had a barbershop quartet yet. But we've had people getting ready for Carnegie Hall, people from all the music schools. We had a hootenanny. We had the world's greatest harmonica player. And we're open at no charge to anybody with one proviso. They have to tell us that they can bring an audience. We don't want to be in the audience business or taking money and that sort of thing. These are little stories, but they're kind of fun. Somebody knows Madonna real well in my circle. And he has said to her, why don't you have a benefit with Project 142 and charge $1,000 a seat? And you know, raise a ton of money for some great cause. And we're still waiting to hear that she might do that. That was a while ago. And, the fish hasn't bit the bait yet. But this is what can happen because the program is all in the hands of the performer and the audience and however they decide to set it up. But as I say, this is event number 97. You may wonder why I had you sign the guest book when you came in. But I'd like to be able to tell our benefactor we had tonight so far 38 people. What I can also say to him is that number 23 to sign the book tonight, and I knew this when I came over here, is our 2600th attendee for Project 142. And of course now you're all wondering who number 23 was. Does anybody have any idea who number 23 was? It was Susan Beeson. So Susan gets to eat as many carrots off the back table as she feels like eating. I'm through speaking. I just wanted to give you a little background of what we do, how we do it. The guy who does all the work in this organization organization is Scott Albertson, and he's in the back there. Scott, come up and introduce our program for tonight. He is our program director. He's also an entertainer of great note. He had a party the other night, a birthday party, at which 30 different people entertained. It was a night to remember. Scott, take it over.
Good. Thank you for coming out tonight. Don't be shy. Come on up here. We're not going to put more chairs back there when we got like 10 over here. So come on up here. We won't bite you. It's hard. My name is Scott Albertson, as Dick mentioned. I am Artistic Director for Project 142. I'm also a vocalist, and I'm also a concert producer. And we're very, very, very appreciative of you coming out and supporting not only Marty Eigen and the Beacon Hill Jazz Band, but also this particular concert series. Because, I'm not sure if Dick mentioned it or not because people were asking the questions, what's so hip about this is the fact that if people charge, like Marty chose to charge tonight, $15, the musician/artist gets to keep the whole amount at the end of the night. Wow. Ain't a lot of that going on. Believe me, as a performer, I know that for a fact. So it's incumbent upon the performer/musician/artist to bring as many people to come in if they're charging, because they get to keep it in the end. You know, it's not hard math to figure out. So we really appreciate the support. A couple of items. First of all, we have business cards. You're more than welcome to take them. And on the back side is my email address and also Dick's. We also have information cards for Marty and Beacon Hill Jazz on the music stand back there, so you're more than welcome to take these. We're back here on December 14th, and we have purple postcards for this. It's for the International Women in Jazz, and it's actually a fundraiser. And it's $10 a head. It's from 6 to 10 in this very room, and it's a jazz jam. Anybody can come and sit in. This Steinway D, which is what you see here in the corner, which is a six-figure piano, will be here. And so you're more than welcome to take one. If you know people that want to come and sit in, please do. And it doesn't have to necessarily be jazz. It could be anything. You know, if you want to get up and do a Beethoven piece, that's cool. It's music. Doesn't matter. Okay? And last, I will be back at the Catano on December 26th, which is the Friday after Christmas. And I'll be doing 2 sets with 2 different bands in the same night. And Nick Schubel, who is on drums tonight, is going to be with me. And Nick's daughters are going to be showcased in both sets, Natasha and Leonika. Leonika is a pianist who is 12 years old, and her older sister, Natasha, is 17, who sings, and she's also a classical violinist. So I'm going to showcase them in both sets. So if you'd like, you're more than welcome to take a flyer. Also, Marty has CDs here tonight. So if you'd like to buy a CD, see me or see Marty, they're at the music stand right there. So thank you all for coming out. Please welcome to the Menace Center and also Project 142, Marty Eigen and the Beacon Hill Jazz Band.
Nice to see all your faces here. By the way, we're calling this concert Autumn in New York, for strange reason. And all the songs will have some contact to autumn, but in a number of cases, I'll tell you what we're playing, you might have to guess what it has to do with autumn. That was Gone with the Wind. Okay. And the next tune we're going to play is Early Autumn, even though it's not so early in autumn. first on trombone, and then on flugelhorn. You haven't even heard him on trumpet. Okay. Now we have our wonderful singer, and I can't speak highly enough of Carrie.
Where is she left?
Oh, there she is. Okay.
I'm hiding.
Well, Carrie and I go back a long time. Not that long, but here's Carrie Jackson.
My, what a marvelous looking crowd you are. Okay. Falling in love with love is falling for make-believe. Falling in love with love is playing a fool. Caring too much is such a juvenile fancy. Learning to trust is just for children in school. I fell in love with love one night when the moon was full. I was unwise with eyes unable to see. I fell in love with love everlasting. But love fell out with me. Falling for make-believe. Falling in love with love is playing a fool. Caring too much is such a juvenile fancy. Learning to trust is just for children in school. But I fell in love with love one night when the moon was full. I was unwise with eyes, unable to see. I fell in love with love everlasting. But love found with me. Falling in love with love. How you like autumn so far? No, not in Buffalo. Ain't no shuffle off the buffalo here. recall, the leaves seem to fall like tears. Silver stars we're clinging to an autumn sky. Love was ours until October wandered by. Let the years come and go, I'll still feel the glow that time cannot fade. When I hear that lovely autumn serenade. Silver stars, we're clinging to an autumn sky. Love was ours until October wandered by. Let the years come and go, I'll still feel the glow. Autumn Serenade. We're going to do a little September in the Rain. The leaves of brown came tumbling down. Remember that September in the rain. The sun came out just like a dying ember. That September in the rain. To every word of love I heard you whisper. The raindrops fall just like a sweet refrain. The spring is here. To me it's still September. That September in the rain. That September in the rain. The sun went out just like a dying ember. That September in the rain. To every word of love I heard you whisper, the raindrops tried to beat a sweet refrain. The spring is here, to me it's still September. That September in the rain. That September in the rain.
Bernie Stitt play this. It's amazing. 15 minutes at the. No. But it's one of those songs that you've heard, but no one ever plays it because it's such an odd sort of structured tune. And anyway, you gotta give me a little see. A one, two. Autumn sings her lullaby, and green leaves turn to gold. Then I remember last September, you and I said goodbye, whispering that we would be returning when autumn comes again. Now autumn sings the hills once more, but you forgot your vow. And here am I alone with only memories, only lonely memories, autumn memories of you. Love, when the leaves are turning, I get a hungry yearning for your arms. Love, when a heart is sober, it shadows bright October's golden charms. The flaming moon reminds me of the night of love that we once knew. Each tiny star is but a prayer that when it's fall again, love will call again, and you'll be beside me to make my autumn dreams come true.
Okay, here we go. Let's have some fun. Night and day, you are the one. Only you need that moon under the sun. Whether near to me or far, no matter, darling, where spend my life making love with you day and night, night and day. Take it, Fred. Look, Peters, yeah. Night and day, you are the one. Only you need that moon under the sun. Whether near to me or far, no matter, darling, where you are, I think of you. Night and day, night and day. Why is it so that this longing for you is wherever I go? In that roaring traffic's boom, silence of my lonely room, I think of you. Night and day, night and day, night of me. There's an oh such a hungry yearning burning inside of me, and that torment won't be through till you let me spend my life making love with you day, day and night, night and day, night and day, night and Marty, thank you. Compliment.
Well, clearly we could spend the whole night here, so we do have time constraints, and I want Carrie to end this up with, so Carrie Jackson.
Are you having a real good time? All right, that's even better. I hate to think about fall leaving and winter coming. I don't know.
It's here.
Yeah, as long as it's not me. Fall.
Yeah, we're doing this.
Oh, it's a long, long time from May to December, but the days grow short when you reach September, and the autumn weather turns the leaves to flame. One hasn't got time for the waiting game. And the days dwindle down to a precious few. September, November, and these few precious days I'll spend with you. These precious days precious days I'll spend with you. The autumn leaves drift by my window. The autumn leaves of red and gold. I see your face, the summer kisses, the sunburned hands I used to hold. But then you went away, you went away, you went away, you went away. The days grow long, but still I hear a winter song. But then I miss you most of all, my darling. When the autumn leaves start to fall. I used to hold. But then you went away, you went away, you went away, you went away, the days grow long. But then I hear oh, winter song. But then I miss you most of all, my darling. When the autumn leaves start to fall, you know I miss, I really miss when the autumn leaves start to fall. You know I miss, I really miss when the autumn leaves start to fall.
Well, we gotta call it a night.
About midnight, or maybe 3 a.m. I see people dancing in the back, people enjoying the refreshments, which some of you never even thought to go after, but you better go there soon. This was a lovely evening, and we have here a bunch of consummate musicians who, in their own right, can entertain, and now we put them all together and we get an evening like this. This was just wonderful. I mentioned earlier that we've had every kind of music in this project. I didn't tell you about the Chinese-American young people who got together and performed American jazz on Chinese instruments. That was taped that night and sent to China, and our brief interview in English appeared on China television the next day. Where else but Project 142? And now tonight we have a drummer whose kids you gotta hear. They're fabulous. We have a bass player who is, you're just terrific. And I never thought ever I would hear jazz on a recorder. But thank you, Fred. Could we get an encore? What would they do if they were driven to play one more piece? What are they going to do to just set this evening off? How about some blues? Some blues, yes. And after that, some greens and some oranges. And some blues.
My philosophy is you don't know what to do, do a blues. Can't think anything else, do a blues. America's full of blues. Good blues, bad blues, no good blues, whatever blues. It's autumn, it's a blues. 1, 2. I like your style. Yeah. And yours. And yours too. And all of you. But when I get the blues, I get me a rocking chair. All right, now the dancers
much for Project 142. December 14th, we're back here 6 to 10, International Women of Jazz fundraiser with food. Anybody can sit in, you're more than welcome to come. Also, Beacon Hill Jazz postcards, please take them with information for Marty. And I'm back at the Katana on December 26th, 2 sets with 2 bands. Also, Carrie is going to be in Garwood tomorrow, right?
Yes.
6 o'clock, 6:30? Oh.
Garwood is not that far away. It's just across the river. Crossroads Restaurant in Garwood, New Jersey. Yes.
Also, we gotta be out of here in 15 minutes.
We gotta be out of here in